Right, Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Want to give double honors to the apostles of great milestone to rule well. Salutations to the men of the whole land, saints elect. This Marcus are from a Trinidad camp. Just want to do all of the edification for the elect's sake. And the name of this lesson would be Great Shame is Coming. Great shame is coming. Alright? Because a lot of you people out there, you take this word for granted. You mock, you scoff. Alright? And you hiss and speak against the word of Yahweh Hashem and against his ministers. The scripture says, "He that fear the Lord reverence his priests." And you don't reverence his priests. And you don't fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Just like you did to the Son, you do it unto us. Alright? But great shame is coming. Because the same men that you rejected, the same men that you scoffed, you soon gonna see them glorified while you being put to death. While you being put to death, these same men that you hated gonna be glorified by the same one that you put to death. The Son of the Most High, Yahweh Shai. Alright? Great shame is coming. This is 1 Peter chapter 4 verse 17. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel? So you don't obey the gospel, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai gonna destroy you. Alright? As the scripture said, there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Alright? You're gonna be greatly ashamed. As the scripture said, we fools. We counted this end to be nothing. You thought that we were just madmen going out here, speaking on our own whim. But we were not. We are the ministers, beginning with Apostle all the way down. We are the ministers and the oracles of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, whether you choose to believe it or not, whether you choose to accept it or not. Alright? As the scripture said, let them alone. If the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into a ditch. And you steadily heading into a ditch. And you're going to be greatly ashamed. Alright? This is the book of Micah chapter 7 verse 9. It says, I will bear the indignation of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai because I have sinned against him, until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. Then she that is my enemy shall see it. So, all right, she could be your wife, your ex-wife, your baby mother, all right, some other woman. It could actually be, because the scriptures call nations women, kingdoms women. All these other nations that hate us, they are women. The virgin daughter of Babylon, the daughter of Israel, all Lord called nations women. All right. So all these nations that hate us, they also gonna be ashamed. All right. They also gonna be ashamed. All right. And I'll read some after. This is continue. It says, then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is Yahweh Hashem Yahushai thy God? My eyes shall behold her, now shall she be trodden down as mine in the streets. Alright, so we're gonna see you people trod down, be the part of the hopefully elect, because you refuse to obey the Lord. You refuse to obey the Lord. So when your destruction cometh upon you as a whirlwind, you're gonna be ashamed. This is Isaiah 26 and 11. It says, Lord, when thy hand is lifted up, they will not see, but they shall be ashamed for their envy at the people. All right, they're going to be ashamed for their envy at the people, because really and truly they have a problem with us, because they can't be us, because they can't break the word down like us. So not their hate actually is also associated with envy. All right, because the things, as the scripture said, was written for our glory, because we are the ones going out and breaking it down. And because they can't do that, because they don't have the ability to do that, their hate associated also with envy. So they're gonna be ashamed for their envy. All right, just like the rich man with Lazarus. All right, he was ashamed and he was begging for that same man that he probably was scoffing at, that he was mocking because he was poor. All right, he was in the streets with sores all over his skin. He probably was scoffing and mocking. Now he saw him up on high. And a lot of you people are going to be the same way. Even you men that were once in the truth, that were once enlightened, that left, and now your light is darkened, even you're going to be ashamed. That's why the scripture said it first going to begin with us. Because all you men that left this truth, you also going to be judged, and you also going to be ashamed. Because you're going to say, you know what, if I really didn't know, I would have stayed. Guess what? You left. It's too late. The Lord already marked you for that, and you're going to be greatly ashamed in the day of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. This is Proverbs chapter 1. I start at verse 22. It says, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Turn yet my reproof. Behold, I will pour my spirit upon you, and I will make known my words unto you. If you only turn to the Lord would have turned to you. Because I have called, and ye refuse, but you refuse him. I have stretched out my hand, and no man regard it. But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and would none of my reproof. I also will laugh when your calamity, I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear and desolation cometh, it says, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. All right? A lot of us, like, especially, like, the women that, that I wouldn't say in the truth, but around the truth, that believe in the word. Your family, your sisters, your friends in the world, they will talk shit about you. They say you're going mad. They say, look at you covering your head, putting on these dresses, looking like old women. They will talk a lot of shit. As the scripture said, how envious the righteous woman. All right? They will talk a lot of shit. But in that time when they see you safe in Abraham's bosom, they're going to be ashamed. They're going to be ashamed when all hell raining down on them. But guess what? It's not going to come near thy dwelling. They're going to be greatly ashamed. Just like the Hebrews, just like the Egyptians didn't want to sit with the Hebrews. All right? Because they looked at the Hebrews as low class. In the day that Yahweh Hashem Yahushai dealt good to Israel, they were also ashamed. And just like it happened back then, it's going to happen now. All you people that hated and scoffed and mocked at the men of the Lord are going to be greatly ashamed in the time to come. All right? This is Revelation chapter 16, verse 15. It says, behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame. So yeah, as I was saying, you men that left the truth. All right, you walking naked right now, and men gonna see a shame, because they're gonna say, like, weren't you in this? Weren't you a part of this? How come you're not here? How come you're not here? All right, you're gonna be ashamed. A lot of us did it in the world. Remember, I was doing some exams. Well, here in the Caribbean, where we had back then, we had something called common entrance, where we leave, it will be at around the age 12. I think in America they call it grade school, if I'm not mistaken. But around the age 12, you will set an exam to go in high school. All right? And I had a brethren back then, his cousin never used to do so well in school. But it so happened that we were in the same exam room, and he asked me, to show his cousin my answers, so that could help him to pass the exam. And we did 3 exams that day, and I hustled down my exams so that I could give him ample time to copy. So I put it on his side where he could see that it was there ready for him. The answers was there ready for him. And I have no idea what happened. He passed with very low marks, and I got high marks. And I was like, how come you got so low marks? And he said that he tried to do some of the answers on his own. All right. Now the reason why I brought that out, because Just like this word, it's gonna be there ready for 2/3 of Israel. But they're gonna refuse it and want to do their own thing. And in the end, they're gonna be ashamed because they're gonna be like, it was here. Salvation was right there for you. How come you're not here? And these men who were once enlightened, we're gonna say to them, how come you're not here? How come you down there? You wanted to do your own thing. And that is why a lot of you men not gonna make it in the kingdom, because you want to do your own thing. When the apostles give an order, just keep the order. Just keep the order. A lot of you men believe that you have a say, that you could ask, that you could question the authority. Why they said do this? Why they said, hey, just guess what? They said to do it, just do it. They said to do it, just do it. These are the men of the Lord. And if you believe and trust that these are the men of the Lord, then just keep the commandments that they gave you. And it's done. All right? And it's done. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 16. It says, thou art filled with shame for glory. Talking about the men that left this truth. Drink thou also. Just like 2/3 you cannot drink along with the other nations. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of Yahweh's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thee, shall be on thy glory. All right, shameful spewing. So you're gonna be ashamed, greatly ashamed, for forsaking this doctrine, for forsaking Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Great shame is coming to Israel. Great shame, great death and destruction is coming, and a lot of people are gonna be ashamed. All right. This is the final precept here. This is Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 31. It says, and they come unto thee as the people cometh, and sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they do them not. But they will not do them. It says, for with their mouth they show much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness. And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice, and can play well on an instrument. For they hear thy words, but they do them not. And when this cometh to pass, when the prophecies come to pass, when Jacob's trouble come to pass, the things that they didn't believe, when it come to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet had been among them. Then they're going to be saying, we fools. Then they're going to be reaping a gnashing of teeth. Then they're going to be great sorrows. Then they're going to be great shame. Because they're going to realize that it was there all the time for them. And they refused it. And that is why they're going to be greatly ashamed. A lot of people saying that the last days, and we could see that we're in the last days. But what are you doing to prepare yourself for the coming of the Lord? Since you know it's the last days, since you can acknowledge it is the last days, since you know we're at the very end, and you know destruction coming, what are you doing to prepare yourself? Nothing. And you also gonna be ashamed. So to the men that holding to this word firmly, faithfully, sincerely, all right, hold on, because we're almost out. And all the trouble that you're going through gonna be greatly rewarded. All the scoffing that you're enduring, all the headache, it's gonna be greatly rewarded. While the others, as the scriptures say, your weeping shall turn into to joy, and you shall have joy evermore. Your joy shall no man take away. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. I want to give double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone that do rule well. Salutations to the men of the Hope Land, saints elect. This is your brother Makazar from Trinidad Camp, saying Shalom and stay strong. Shalom.